Today we're going to be discussing area, another thing that we have reviewed already before state assessment, so this should be nothing new to you. We're going to use a formula to find the area of a rectangle, similar to what we did when we found perimeter yesterday. So let's read, please. The base B of a two-dimensional figure can be any side. The height H is the measure of a perpendicular line segment from the base to the top of the figure. Take a look at your little pictures. So height is being this one on this, base is the bottom. Height over here on the side, base is the bottom again. They're choosing this to be the base this time, height would be this side. So see how it can be any side for base. And then the height is going to be the perpendicular line from the base to the top of the figure. So whatever you pick for your base, you have to make sure you do the right thing for the height. Area is the number of square units that is needed to cover a flat surface. So this is the inside of the shape. Yesterday we discussed the outside. So a square unit is a square that is 1 unit long and 1 unit wide. To find the area of a figure, you're going to count the number of square units that are inside the figure. And if they don't give you little square units, then you're going to have to learn how to figure it another way. Here is your remembering perpendicular lines and perpendicular line segments to form right angles so that you can figure out your base and your height together. So that gives you a little bit of a refresher. It says here, how are the base, the height, and the area of a rectangle related? Here's your units. You can see that each side is 1. So we're going to complete the table to find the area. Now we need to make sure that we know what the base is, what the height is, so that we can figure then our area. So take a look at the first one. They gave you the base as 5 units. Do you see where they got that? From the bottom of the rectangle. So they wrote 5 units. Now what is the height of that same figure? Elena? 3 units. So we're going to write that in here. Okay. Now, what do we know about area? Something they haven't talked about yet on this page, but something that we should remember. Cheyenne? Okay, multiply what? Okay, so we're going to take the base number times the height number, and we get a total of 15. And if you went and counted each one of those little units, bless you, you would see that there are 15, because 5 times 3 is, oops, this isn't just units anymore because it's area, it has to be square units, something we also need to remember when we're doing area. Yesterday with perimeter, we didn't have to do that. Okay? All right, let's take a look at this next one. What would the base be? Ian? Okay. Does it just have to be in units, or could it be the other one? Could I use 2 as my base? Yep. He said he wants to use 8, so we're going to use 8. So that makes my height what? 2. Now, what I was trying to get at was that you can flip this around and you can use 2 as your base and 8 as your height. You don't have to always use whatever's on the bottom. It's just easy that way. That's something that you're used to thinking about. So just know that you could have used 2 for the base and 8 for the height. Either way, you're still going to get the same area? Yes. So when I multiply 8 times 2, I get what? 16 square units. Okay. Now let's look at the square. What am I going to have for the base? 3 units. If I flip that around, what would it still be? Still 3 units because it is a square. So my height is also going to be 3 units. And when I multiply, I get 9 square units. Because we're doing area. So those are nice because you can then go back and count all your little boxes or your units and make sure you have the same amount that you came up with. Let's answer some questions here at the bottom. Number 1, what relationship do you see among the base, the height, and the area. And guys, this is basically what we did to figure it out. So what did we do to find 15 square units, and 16 square units, and 9 square units? You did? Okay. So we're taking the base and the height. So we know that the product of that, using another mathematical word, is going to give you your area. So you're going to put the product of the base and the height is equal to the area. So the product of the base and the height is equal to the area. Product is the answer to a multiplication problem. So when Aiden told you we multiply it, this is just another way of saying it. The product of the base and the height is equal to the area. Which is exactly what we did to come up with our area instead of counting every little bitty box. Right? Now, number 2 wants us to write a formula for the area of a rectangle using the letter A for area, using the letter B for base, and using the letter H for height. So basically, we already did this. Who thinks they can tell me this formula that we need? Morgan. Okay, so tell me the letters then. Okay, A equals B times H. So area equals, and she said it, base times height. So that is going to be your formula today for area. A equals B times H. Let me flip the page. So now we're going to use the formula. Give you a picture there of another rectangle, show you the base, show you the height. Could those be switched? Yes. It says you can think of the base and height of a rectangle as length and width as well, since the length and width are perpendicular. You can write the formula for the area of a rectangle as A equals L times W also. Did we talk about that? It can either be base times height or it can be length times width. Still has to be perpendicular though, right? All right, let's look at the examples. Use the formula to find the area of the rectangle first in A and the square second in B. So as always, we're going to take base times height because that's the one we just talked about on the other page. So just know if you wanted to write L times W, you could. So who can tell me how to fill in the information for the rectangle? Bailey. Okay, so she wants to use the base of 2. And the height would be 6. And what do I get? 12. So my area is 12 square feet. Now, could she have flipped those around and used 6 as the base and 2 as the height? Yep. Yes, she sure could have. All right, let's go over to the square. What am I going to do here for area? Maurice? So 2 times 2. Does it matter which one? No. Not when they're the same. Not when they're a square, right? So 4 meters. So whatever your label is, you will need to make sure you put square in front of it. And I will let you do the abbreviations for that. All right, look at the try this box. You're going to write the formula for the area of a square. So let's think about this for a second. If they are the same, yes, I know I could still use area equals base times height. But let's think of what else we could use. Obviously, what are we going to use for the letter? For area, still A. And then what are we going to use for this length of the side? S. So area equals, what is it? What did we do over here? S times S, side times side, right? Didn't you take a side times another side? Yeah. So that's another way of doing your square. All right, we're going to have you work on the share and show with your partner. I will tell you that on number 1, it's going to ask you for all the information. When you flip the page, you will see that they stop asking you for that. Go ahead and write down the formula down here. I don't necessarily need area equals base times height, but I do want you to tell me what you did to figure it out. Did everybody hear me say that? Put down the formula. Write it in there and then write me your answer down here. What do I always have to have this in? Square units. So I want you to do the share and show first. We'll talk about it before going on. Let's talk about the share and show and what you filled in here. Fred, what did you do for number 1? All right, so an H should be filled in the first one. And then what are you doing? So he wants the base to be 11 and the height to be 13. And then when you did that, what did you get? Not just 143. Square centimeters. And like I said, I will let you abbreviate those units. Going on to number 2. Chase, what'd you do here? So 7 times 2. So 7 he's choosing as his base and 2 as his height to get
14
square inches. Logan, what'd you do for 3?
We did 9 times 9 is 81, so it's 81 square inches.
Now, is this tough to write this in here?
No.
No, but some of you are choosing not to do so. Put the work on the paper. 4. And then what'd you do here?
I did 8 equals 14 times 8. And then 14 times 8 was 112 square feet.
Square feet. So notice that each one of these is in something different for their units. Pay attention to what units you are in. I want you to do the on your own section. Be careful when you get down to the 11, 12, and 13. It doesn't give you the shape, but it does give you the base and the height. Should you be able to figure it out with that information?
Yes.
Yes. I want to check it when you are finished with that on your own section.